Well, Vince Velasquez did his job last night. Yo, what is going on, everybody? Welcome to the Phillies Hatsu video recapping last night's game between the Philadelphia Phillies and the Miami Marlins as the Phillies defeat the Marlins by a score of 2-0 as Vince Velasquez has another great outing and Rhys Hoskins hits a two-run run in this one, the only scoring of the ball game. Now, guys, before getting into this video, please subscribe if you have not yet. Please turn on the notification bell. Please like this video, comment on this video, share this video, and let's get into this. What a great victory out of the Phillies last night. I mean, we're having all these injuries, and you need guys to step up, and Vince Velasquez and Rhys Hoskins stepped up last night for the Phils. What a great job. I'm so proud of this Phillies team, and honestly, I mean, we all know the offense is strong right now, but due to these injuries, I mean, bad news, Bryce Harper placed on the 10-day injured list with left forearm contusion, right? And that's not good news for the Phils. It's going to be backdated, though, to Saturday, May 23rd, the last he played. So that's a little good news. At least it's not going to be 10 days from yesterday. It's going to be 10 days from Saturday, May 23rd. But this is not good for this Phillies offense. And we knew something was up. Sat 2 straight days. And Joe Girardi said he was fully healthy, and sure enough, he did lie. He even admitted it. He said we're going to use this to our advantage, our competitive edge, right? And he talked about that, how he didn't want to let the opponent know about it. I get it. I mean, it makes sense. I mean, teams do that. They're not going to come out and say a guy's hurt because they don't want to give the opponent the upper hand. So I completely understand Joe Girardi's methods there. I was a little bit annoyed at first when I found he went on the IL, and I'm like, oh my goodness gracious, Joe Girardi said he was fully healthy, and then I heard Joe's explanation, and it made sense. But this is the last time that Harper's been placed on the IL since August of 2017 when he had that really, really bad injury against the Giants when he was with the Nationals. So Harper to the 10-day IL. Not good news for the Phils. But nevertheless, we need to move on. We need to keep playing without him. There's no question about that, right? And you see Rhys Hoskins. We need him to step up. JT's out right now. Didi's out. And now, of course, Harp. We need guys to step up. And this is what's happening. I mean, Rhys Hoskins, he crushed that ball last night. He jumped into scoring summary in the top of the 4th inning. As Rhys Hoskins launches a home run to left field, his 10th of the season. 2-run shot scores Brad Miller. And it's a 2-0 Phillies lead. And it went at a score 2-0, your final score. As Vince Velasquez, like I said earlier, pitches another great outing. I mean, he was really, really good last night. I mean, we can only go 5-6 innings, but out of your number 4, number 5, those are not bad numbers at all. Not by any means. He has a 2.95 ERA. Boy, oh boy. And the Rhys Hoskins, he's definitely heating up, right? I mean, 300 average in the month of May. He's doing a really, really good job this month. I mean, the power's starting to come back a little bit. So Rhys Hoskins definitely getting high. He's getting on base a little bit more, too. So, like I said, we're having all these injuries. This is when we need a guy like Rhys Hoskins to step up. And that's what's happening. That is what's happening. So good for the big fella. I was so pumped last night when he hit that home run. He crushed that ball. There's no doubt about that. So somebody's seen the ball right now. The red-hot Hoskins, remember that from last year? He did his job. Odubel Herrera deleted off the ball game. He went hitless, but didn't even strike out once. I mean, he's putting the ball in play. I mean, you like to see that. Gene Segura collecting another knock last night. And Brad Miller, after coming off the game where he hit his 100th career home run, he goes hitless last night, batting in the 3-hole play in left field. Rowan Quinn back from the injured list. He was activated after Bryce Harper was placed on the 10-day injured list. He is back. I forgot to mention that. But Rhys Hoskins only got the one hit, but it was a big one. A 2-run home run, the only scoring of the ball game for either side. And it really mattered, right? That ball was destroyed. Like I talked about, that ball was absolutely destroyed. So good for the big fella. Good for him. I love to see that. And Matt Joyce, can we talk about it? Matt Joyce, I mean, this hitless streak he's been on is just terrible. He's hitting .083. I mean, I just don't know what's going on with Matt Joyce. I really, really don't understand. He's a bench player. He's a bench man. Even when we signed this guy, I made a video about the Phillies bench way back in February. I didn't even really bring up his name. I know he's a former All-Star. Of course, he's not that same player anymore. But he just looks terrible. I mean, I understand he hit the ball hard a few times last night, but I just something's going to have to give with this guy. I mean, come on. We expect a little bit more out of you than that. At 378 OPS. I mean, that is terrible. That is so bad. So Alec Bohm, I'm not even going to rant about it. He did draw a walk last night, but did go hitless. Now batting .212. I'm not even going to talk about it anymore, ladies and gentlemen. I say it every single video about how he's pressing, he's trying too hard. So I'm tired of it. Anybody that's watching this video, quite frequently is going to know how I feel about it. So I'm not even going to waste my time even talking about it anymore until he decides to shape up. Of course, we will discuss it a little bit. But Andrew Knapp, Why not give Marchand some time back there? I don't understand it. I mean, Andrew Knight goes hitless again last night. Why is Joe Girardi not giving Rafael Marchand some more playing time back there? Andrew Knapp is now batting 153 as a 410 OPS. That is horrible. That's another bad. Oh my goodness gracious, that's a really, really bad OPS. So Nick Maton continues to struggle. Like I said, another hitless performance. And then Rhys Hoskins home run. Like I said, ladies and gentlemen, the offense was still asleep. I mean, but honestly, this lineup is so depleted right now, like I said. So it makes a little bit of sense. But boy, oh boy, I mean, it's just like, oh man. But Nick Maton definitely struggling. Ever since he hit those 2 home runs, and I'm going to say when he hit that game RBI, game-tying single against the Marlins, I believe it was last Tuesday, he hasn't really been the same. So he's definitely been struggling since then. Take a look at Vince Velasquez. Struggled last night, 6 innings, 3 hits. He did not give up 1 run, 3 walks, and 5 strikeouts. And I will say, of course, we all know he does throw a decent amount of pitches because he walks a good amount of people. 3 walks in this 6 innings last night. That's an average a walk every other inning. So he did allow a decent amount of base runners last night, but he was able to get out of it. That's all that matters. Just get out of it. You don't want to put yourself in a lot of bad situations, but he was able to work out of these bad situations. So Vince Velasquez, I mean, he has a pretty good fastball. There's no question about that. We all know he does wear himself out. I really, criticized him getting into the season. Like, even him in the bullpen wouldn't work because he, ranks up the pitch count. He can only go 5-6 innings because he's thrown so many pitches. But it seems like he's been able to, change that a little bit here. Of course, we all know that his pitch count is pretty high. George already has him on a pretty short leash. I mean, once you get past the 5th inning, he scares me. There's no question about that. And you got to be careful. And once he starts to allow a little bit of, base runners, past the 5th, 6th inning, you got to pull him out because he just starts to get really fatigued. He gets his 2nd win of the season, now 2-0 on the year. So 5 strikeouts. I mean, it's just like, good job, Vince. I mean, I'm proud of you, man. I mean, like I said, he has a 2.95 ERA. I mean, unbelievable. Great job. I got to clap it up for him. Great job. I mean, he's definitely solidified his spot in this rotation. He has had a much, much better go of it than Matt Moore and Chase Anderson. And let me just say, I think I said this before, let me just say, if you would have told me in March, hey, Vince Velasquez is going to be in the starting rotation this year, I would have been like, I would have had an aneurysm. I probably would have fell down. I would have been so bothered by that. But you know what? I mean, he has done his job. I mean, he's had a great month. He's had a great season so far. There's no question about that. Great job. Like I said, we all know he cannot go deep. But at your number 4, number 5, these are really, really decent numbers. There's no question about that. I mean, he's pitching really, really well right now. And this is not just 1 or 2 starts. I mean, these are like 4, 5, 6 starts. I mean, he has done a really, really good job. So I'm really, really proud of the way that Vince has been able to go recently. I mean, there's no question about that. Sam Coonrad, I mean, we all know he had that really, really, really rough appearance against the Boston Red Sox the other night without back-to-back home runs. He has settled down since then. I knew he would. But Jose Alvarado had a great inning last night to come out of the Phillies bullpen, striking out 2. And Hector Neris slams the door, getting his 8th save of the season, only allowing that 1 hit. So great job. I mean, this pitching staff did his job last night. There's no doubt about that. I'm going to clap it up for the pitching staff. And honestly, it's going to be hard for me to decide Rhys Hoskins or Vince Velasquez for the Phillies hot still player of the game. Because they really, really both contributed to this one. I mean, Vince Velasquez was great on the mound, and Rhys Hoskins was responsible for the only scoring in this ball game. Like I said, he destroyed that ball. And the outfielders didn't even move. So it's pretty crazy. It is just pretty crazy. So it feels good to beat this Marlins team. On another note, it feels good to beat this Marlins team, especially at Lone Depot Park, their home ballpark. It feels good to beat them there. And I'd love to win the next 2. It's going to be difficult, but I'd love to do it. I think it can be done. I mean, 6:40 the first pitch tonight. Aaron Nola, 3-4, they 3.94 ERA. We all know he has struggled. You all know he's going to find his rhythm, right? I mean, you look at this. Vince Velasquez, Zach Wheeler, and Aaron Nola. I mean, it's just like if Aaron Nola could pick up a little bit, that would not be bad at all. Because Zach Wheeler and Vince Velasquez have been great. So hopefully Aaron Nola can turn it around. I mean, we all know he will. He will get into his groove. I just wish that he could be more consistent, like I said. The last time he pitched in Miami, last September, I understand it was only a 7-inning doubleheader, but he threw a complete game where we won 11-0 through a complete game shutout. So hopefully he does that again. Of course, this is not 7 innings. But hopefully he has really just a masterful performance tonight. We need it, right? I mean, especially since this offense is just, we all know he's not going to score a lot of runs because this offense is depleted right now. Even going into last night's game, though, I mean, you're going against Alcantara, who's really, really good. But we had a guy hot. I mean, Duber, has cooled off a little bit over the past 2 games. Brad Miller entering last night's game was really hot, and Alcondra was able to do his job, except for Rhys Hoskins. Made a really, really big mistake to Rhys Hoskins, and Rhys Hoskins did what he should do. He made him pay for his mistake. Great job. I mean, you take advantage of that. So, hopefully, I mean, the Marlins have not decided their starter for tonight's ballgame. That gives me a lot of hope. If Aaron Nola can just settle down, if we could just push across and maybe 3-4 runs, Aaron Nola could shut him down. We probably will see Archie Bradley coming out of the Phillies bullpen tonight. I mean, hopefully we could just shut these guys down. You just love to see it. And even if we just get a series split, I mean, I'm going to be content with that. Let me just say it, because we all know we struggle against this Marlins team. So if we can at least just get a split, I'd be like, hey, you know what? I'm fine. Especially since this team is just being decimated with injuries, like I said, like I keep saying. You just hate to see this, right? I mean, a lot of these NL East teams, look at the Mets. The Mets are worse than we are. Look at the injury that they have. I mean, it's just like the injuries for the Mets. I mean, Conforto, Alonso, we know that Syndergaard had TJ. He's still, I think he's on a rehab. Boy, oh boy, in the Mets, you think we're hurt with the injury bug. You should go take a look at the New York Mets. They are really killed with that injury bug. Boy, oh boy, they have been for a long time, right? I mean, the Mets have always had injury problems. The Phillies, of course, had their injury problems here and there, but nothing like this. And now it's just, I'm just kind of annoyed that Harp had to land on the IL. I mean, like I said, he didn't look good. I was at the game Saturday and late on every swing, like I kept talking about, late on every single swing, he looked hurt. And like I talked about before, Joe Girardi, I mean, yeah, it's just like he kind of had to tell a little white lie. I mean, he had to. You can't let our opponents get the upper hand and know what's going on. So he said he was available to come out the bench to pinch hit the other night. I'm like, he wasn't available to come out the bench to pinch hit. He's just trying to fool the other side. So I get that. I really, really do. But there comes a time where you just got to bite the bullet and do what's best for the team. I understand a Harp. I mean, fights for the injury, but if he continues to fight through an injury, it could lead to another injury. And also it could put him out for a longer period of time. You just let him rest. Just let him rest. And let him just come back fully healthy. I'm hoping that JT can come back soon. My guess is they're probably going to send Didi Gregorius on a rehab. I mean, I probably think they will, because he's been out for a little while now. They probably will rehab him. JT, they might. I think Didi's most likely they're going to rehab. I don't think Harper's going to go on a rehab assignment, but they probably will send Didi on the rehab. So he probably will be assigned to Lehigh Valley. Hopefully sometime soon. I heard he's been taking ground balls and things like that. I mean, hopefully he gets back here soon. We need him, right? Especially with Nick Maton cooling off a little bit. So we need Didi Gregorius back. Like I said, I would love to get JT back this weekend for Tampa Bay, the Tampa Bay series. Unusual start time on Saturday. I mean, it's a 1:10 the first pitch. A little bit strange there, but I don't really get that. But so hopefully we can get JT back this weekend. I'd say it's kind of a long shot, but I love to get him back. Like I said, I'd love for Harper to come back for the homestand. We all know he's going to be gone the rest of this road trip. I'd love for Harper to come back for the homestand next week. So hopefully we see that. So like I said, Vince Velasquez. I mean, I really have knocked him in the past. I've been a big, a guy that's been criticized him. I've really, really criticized him. But I tell you what, I mean, so far this season, he has proved me wrong. So hopefully he can keep it up. I would love nothing more. Like I said, I've always criticized a lot of these guys, but just understand, I love nothing more to have them succeed. It helps this team. I'd be foolish not to root for these guys, right? So the Nationals lose 2-1 to the Reds, and Max Scherzer, I feel bad for him, got no run support at all. And the Braves defeat the Red Sox by a final score of 3-1, as we are now tied for second place. That's pretty much what's going on with the divisional scores. The Mets also defeated the Rockies. Like I said, they have been killed with the injuries. So if you think we're struggling with the injuries, go and take a look at the New York Mets. They are way worse than we are with those injuries. Mets are just being decimated with injuries. So guys, thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe if you have not yet. Please turn on the notification bell. Please like this video, comment on this video, share this video. Check out the social media link in the description section. At Phillies Sound Stuff, Instagram, TikTok, Vintage, Instagram. Call or text 267-225-3392. Email me, philliessoundstove@gmail.com. Great win out of the Phillies last night, 2-0 victory. Like I said, the offense is struggling a little bit, but as expected, right? I mean, we're having a lot of injuries. If the pitching could just do its job like it did last night, we're going to be in good luck. Aaron Nola on the mound tonight, 3-4 with a 3.94 ERA, to be determined for the Miami Marlins. You always love to see that. Clearly, they're not going to be throwing their best guy out there. I think we saw their best guy last night, though, right? I mean, Condor, he's good. He is very good. So, guys, thanks for watching. I'm Luke, and I'll talk to you later. Let's go, Phillies. Let's beat those fish again tonight. Let's go, Noah. I'll see you again.